So, hello guys. Today we are going to start the part of armed revolutionary movements in Maharashtra freedom struggle. Okay. So let's start the discussion today. That is armed revolutionary movements. Okay. So you can say this was the armed revolutionary movements. What were these? Okay, they were formed during the eras of extremist movements. Okay, you can say they started even before the extremist movement, means when Tilak and all ideologies, young crowd, okay, the young people, when they were coming to prominence, okay, at that point of time, you can say this particular movement started. Okay, so this was an era of untold military nationalism. Okay, it was an era of untold military nationalism. Okay, here people were ready to sacrifice anything. Okay, you can say the people were of such zeal that they could have sacrificed anything for their motherland. Okay, so this particular phase started with the augmentation, or this phase started with Vasudev Balwant Phadke, about whom we have seen the previous session. Okay, it started with this particular person, Vasudev Balwant Phadke, and then on it continued till we got our independence. Okay, it started with Vasudev Balwant Phadke and it continued till we have got independence. Okay, at times they were noteworthy, but but all of them were put down, all were suppressed. Okay, but you cannot say they were completely wiped out. Okay, they were suppressed for sure, but they're constantly rising after sometimes. Okay, they were not completely wiped out. You can say in simple terms, they continued by any different means. Okay, the only aim was to keep alive the spirit of nationalism. Okay, so this was you can say these all things were part of our national struggle. Okay, this were and not just a part, but an important part of our national struggle. Okay, so what was the ideological base of this particular persons? Okay, so what happened was young crowd. We have seen the previous session itself. The young blood, okay, or young revolutionaries believed that it is impossible. Okay, what they believed, okay, it is impossible to get freedom. Okay, what they thought, okay, it is impossible to get freedom if we follow the moderate ways. If you go by moderate ways, it is almost impossible to get independence. So they were ready to sacrifice their lives for the motherland. Okay, they were ready to sacrifice their life for their motherland. Okay, as uh, what they thought, okay, Britishers, how they were controlling on each and everything by resenting to violence. What Britishers were doing, they're resenting to violence for each and everything. So what they should get same in returns. This was the ideology which these people followed. Okay, ideological base. What was it? Young people believed that it was impossible to get freedom, okay, by moderate ways. So what they were up to sacrifice their life, or they were up to sacrifice everything for their motherland. Okay, so what they said, Britishers up till now, what they did, they always resorted or they always used violence against the Indians. So what they should get the same. They should not get our loyalty in it, respect, our loyalty or respect in returns. But what deserve, they deserve the same treatment. They deserve the same violence. Okay, now what were the programs of revolutionaries? Okay, what are the different programs of revolution? We are going to see that particular thing. The first thing is the failure of moderates. Okay, failure of moderates and success of extremists. Okay, moderates are failing and extremists were succeeding in their thing. So what these people thought, they thought that they should take this one step forward. They decided they should take this particular thing one step forward. Okay, how? By taking weapons in hand. Okay, not by just having a mass protest, but by taking weapons. Okay, but what? By taking weapons and law in hand. Okay, so what was their ideology, or what was the program? Okay, to create hatred towards the rule or towards Britishers. Okay, train people to use weapon against Britishers again. Okay, next thing was to make weapon or import it from foreign countries, from abroad. Okay, then procure money from rich, because without money nothing can go forward. Okay, and next thing was to sing patriotic songs. Okay, they started to sing patriotic songs and tell anecdote. Okay, what do you mean anecdote? A story, a frame story, or anything you can say, praisable story. Okay, and tell anecdote about great men of India. Tell anecdote about the great men of India. Okay, so this was the programs which these all people carried. Now let's see. mm, Again, apart from this, what they did, they also decided. Sorry, it was not then, but they also decided to throw bombs. Okay, loot treasuries. Okay, influence soldiers to revolt. Okay, then destruction of rail lines. Okay, telegrams. In short, to cripple the British administration. Okay, this was the main aim of their program, to cripple the British administration. We have seen this particular part. Now, let's move to the next part, that is revolutionary movements in Maharashtra. Okay, the example which was set by Vasudev Balwant Phadke was further followed by most of the revolutionaries in Maharashtra. Okay, so Balwant Phadke acted as a reagent to boost the people against the mighty British Empire. Okay, so especially you can say after 1896, this particular thing or revolutionary movement saw an exponential rise in Maharashtra. Okay, they saw an exponential rise in Maharashtra. If you see the return graph, okay, they saw an exponential rise in Maharashtra. The first story is in the context of Chapekar Brothers. Okay, first story is in the context of Chapekar Brothers. Okay, so when this story happened, generally you can say 22nd of June 1897. Okay, what happened was, see, there was a person's name was Vasudev. Okay, Chapekar. Okay, Chapekar. What happened? His two brothers. Okay, Vasudev Chapekar's two brothers. The first one's name was Damodar, and second brother's name was Balakrishna. Okay, Damodar and Balakrishna, two brothers, Damodar and Balakrishna. What they did, see, what happened was at that point of time, okay, there was a plague commissioner. Okay, but he was not doing anything. He was not having any mercy to Indians or subject of India. So what happened? These two people decided what they'll do, they'll shoot the plague commissioner. What was his name? Mr. Rand. Okay, they decided to kill this particular person. Okay, Mr. Rand. And with him, there was one more person called as Lieutenant Ayerst. Lieutenant Ayerst. Okay, thought or they plan to kill this particular person, and they have successfully implemented this particular plan. Okay, these two people, okay, who you can say this Mr. Rand, the plague commissioner Rand and Lieutenant Ayers, what they were doing, they were returning. Okay, they were returning from a you can say they were just a minute. These two people were at governor's palace. Okay, they were at governor's palace. They were celebrating something over there, and from here they were returning back to their abode. And meanwhile, at a place called as Ganesh Khind, okay, Damodar and Balakrishna opened fire on them. Okay, Damodar and Balakrishna opened fire on them. What happened was at this point in time, Lieutenant Ayers died on the spot. But this Mr. Rand, okay, he was recovered, not you can say recovered, but he was taken to the hospital. He survived for initial few days and then he died. Okay, so they were successful in doing this particular thing. But what happened after some time? Okay, Britishers, they got to know that Damodar and Balakrishna were involved in this particular thing. Okay, Damodar and Balakrishna, they were involved in killing of this particular thing. Okay, so what they did, they arrested these two people. Britishers arrested these two people, and firstly, Damodar was hanged, and after Damodar, Balakrishna was hanged. So both of them were hanged. Okay, so firstly, Damodar was hanged, and secondly, Balakrishna was. They both were hanged. So after some inquiry, they got to know that these two people had their friends who have gave them the information about the commissioners. You can say Rand and Irish. Who were these? They were called as David brothers. Okay. Later, after some inquiry, they got to know that these David brothers, what they did, these David brothers betrayed, you can say Damodar and Balakrishna. They betrayed Damodar and Balakrishna and gave whole of the plan that these two people killed Rand and Arsh to the government. Okay. And due to this betrayal, what happened? Government arrested these two people and killed them. And then what happened? This angered the elder brother, that is Vasudev. So what Vasudev did? Vasudev killed David brothers. Khoon ka badla, khoon se. Okay. What happened? Vasudev killed these brothers, and then finally British got hold of Vasudev, and he was also hanged. Okay, Vasudev killed David brothers, and then he was also hanged. Okay, this was a story of Chapekar brothers in the context of India. Now, what else happened in India? There was the establishment of Shivaji Club of Kolhapur. Okay, now what happened with this? See, there were various secret societies. There were various secret societies which were organized in Maharashtra. Okay, such as Arya Bandhav Samaj. First one was Arya Samaj. Okay, the first basic one was Arya Bandhav Samaj. It was established at Wardha and Nagpur. Okay, Arya Bandhav Samaj was established at Wardha and Nagpur. Second was Chapekar Club. It was established at Pune. Okay, next one was Shivaji Club. It was established at Kolhapur. Okay, this Shivaji Club had near to 100 members. Okay, and you can say some associated of Chhatrapati Shahu. Okay. Some associates of Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, okay, the ruler of Kolhapur presidency at that point of time, you can say. So they were also members of this particular association. Okay, when Vasudev Chaparkar, see, when after killing David brothers, Vasudev Chapekar was arrested. Okay, what these people did, the members of Shivaji Club, okay, what they did, they have launched a pamphlet. Okay, what they have done, they have launched a pamphlet where in Ambabai temple, pamphlet in. Okay. They have launched a pamphlet in Ambabai temple. Okay, on 19th of February 1899. Okay, what they did to this pamphlet, they appealed the youth. To this particular pamphlet, what they did, they appealed the youth to get awakened, to rise and take weapons and use them against the British. Okay. Rise, take weapons and use them against the Britishers. Okay. Why? Because these were the people who has arrested our leader. They're not giving example of Vasudev, but they said these are the people who have arrested our leader. Who leader? Lokmanya Tilak. Okay. These are the people who have arrested our leader. So what we should do? We should revolt against this particular people. This was propagated by Shivaji Club of Kolhapur. Okay, this was one such movement. After this thing, what happened? Uprising. Third thing is uprising at Beed, place in Beed. Okay, this particular thing was led by Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi. Okay, this particular thing was led by Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi when in the year 1899. It was led by Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi in the year 1899. Okay, now what he did, this particular person adopted various names. He used to continuously change his names. He adopted various names to confuse Britishers. Okay, now what he has done, he has sent his loyal friend, one of his loyal friend, to Russia and France. Okay, what the Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi did, he sent his loyal friends to Russia and France. Why? Just to gather funds. Okay, now what happened? The police discovered this plan, or in simple terms, you can say they got to know about this particular plan of Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi. Okay, and what they did, they captured all the machinery, or all the doubted people. And to this particular thing, this revolt ended. Now, afterwards, they got to know that Sadashiv Nilkant Joshi was the mastermind behind this particular thing. So they went for the arrest or imprisonment of Sadashiv Joshi. But what happened from that particular day? Joshi disappeared forever. He never came to hand. Okay. Joshi disappeared forever. This was about the uprising in Bede. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about some of the organization, secret societies. How these secret societies were organized. Okay, how these particular secret societies were organized. Okay, I told you who generally Lokmanya Tilak, every revolutionary supported Lokmanya Tilak. Why? Because he through his newspapers always and always was in support of the armed revolution. Whichever revolutionaries took weapons, he always supported. Okay, and that's why they all were the followers of Tilak's ideology. All the revolutionaries were followers of Tilak's ideology. They considered Tilak as a political guru. Okay, so you can say we have discussed about Arya Bandhav Samaj. Okay, which was established in Wardha and Nagpur. Now comes the favorite part of our examination: the names of the person. They usually have this particular names. Okay, so this particular Arya Bandhav Samaj was managed by Sridhar Paranjpe. Okay, Sridhar Paranjpe. Then Bua Upadhyay. Buauphy. Bhuva Upadhyay, and then you can say Abhyankar, a person called as Abhyankar. Okay, these three people are prominent in the management of Arya Bandhav Samaj. Okay, where at Wardha and Nagpur. There was one more branch of this particular thing at Yavatmal. Okay, or you can say secret organization at Yavatmal. Okay, so there was a person whose name was Dr. Siddhanath Kane. Okay. The name of this person was Dr. Siddhanath Kane. Okay, second one was Janardhan Purushottam Vanze. Mazne, sorry, just a minute. P-A-J-N. V-A-J-E. Vajne. And Tonge. Okay, in Amravati, okay, Dada Saheb Thapar manage the secret organizations. Okay, then you can say in Hyderabad, Narhari Pant Garpure, Burmanibar, and Satwalekar were involved in the secret organizations at these particular places. Okay, in 1904, okay, in the year 1904, a secret society in Belgaum, okay, or Belgavi was created under Gangadhar Deshpande. Okay, and all this were motivated by two books of Savarkar. And all these people had their ideology from two books of Savarkar. Which were those two books? The first book was First War of Independence, 1857, the First War of Independence. This was the first basic book, and second book was Biography of Nazim of Italy. And these two books had great impact on this particular people. Okay. Second thing was bomb making training. Okay. The next step. Many we have done up till now. Just a minute. Fourth, sixth, yeah, fifth one. It was in the context of bomb making. Okay. Now everyone got to know that small Japan defeated mighty Russia. Okay, what happened was at this point of time, small Japan defeated mighty Russia near to 1904-05. Okay, Japan was very small country as of now, and Japan was very mighty. Sorry, Japan was small country, and Russia was very mighty country as of now. So what happened was, this small country Japan has defeated mighty country like Russia. So due to this, what happened? Japan gained attraction from Indians. Okay, many people went there. Okay, many people went there to learn. Okay, many Indian people went there to learn. What you can say, matchbox making. Okay, then you can say soap making, etc. But in actual sense, what they did, they went there and started to learn how to make bomb. Okay, started to learn a thing that is how to make bomb. Started how to make bomb. Okay, then you can say a person called as K.D. Kulkarni. Okay, from Kolhapur. Names are important. You need to write these names once. Okay, whatever names I've mentioned in this particular lecture, you guys need to write these names. Okay, so the first person was K.D. Kulkarni. Okay, K.D. Kulkarni of Kolhapur. Okay, while he was in Japan, okay, Britishers got to know about his plan of bomb making, and in the year 1919, you can say he was imprisoned. Okay, he was imprisoned for 7 years. He was imprisoned for 7 years. Okay, but still, people did not stop. Okay, after him, okay, a person called as Govind Narayan, okay, Potdar from Solapur. Okay. Govind Narayan Poddar from Solapur went over there to learn bomb making. Okay, and he was successfully uh, taken training for this particular part, and then he returned to India. Okay, when he returned to India, he has set up bomb making factory. He has set up bomb making factory at Mahim. Okay, and also here he taught others how to make bomb. Okay, he taught others how to make bomb. I hope you guys are getting what things are going on. Okay, then comes about the Nepal connection. Nepal connection. Okay. Now what happened with the permission of Lokmanya Tilak? Okay. See, I told you Lokmanya Tilak was God for all the revolutionaries. With Lokmanya Tilak's permission, okay, Kaka Sahib Khadilkar, person called as Kaka Sahib Khadilkar, and you can say Krishnaji Prabhakar. Okay, Krishnaji Prabhakar. Okay, what these people did, they went to Nepal. Okay, when you can say roughly in the year 1902, with the permission of Lokman Tilak, they went to Nepal. Okay, and with the help of Shivaji Club member, here they were assisted by a Shivaji Club member whose name was Hanumantarao Kulkarni. Okay, with Hanumantarao Kulkarni, with the assistance of Hanumantarao Kulkarni, what they did, they tried to establish, okay, these people who Kaka Sahib Khadilkar and Krishnaji Prabhakar. What they did, they tried to establish a pistol factory in Nepal. Okay, not in India, but in Nepal. Okay, they tried to establish a pistol factory over there. Okay, but British got to know. See how great intelligence system they had. Okay, they got to know about this particular information. Okay, and what they did, they forced Nepal government. Okay, they forced Nepal government to take an action against this particular thing or to arrest them. But at that point of time, the Prime Minister of Nepal, okay, name is not important for us, but the Prime Minister of Nepal assured the British government that Kaka Sahib Khadilkar is not a person who would be involved in such activities. Okay, what they said, Kaka Sahib Khadilkar is not the person who would be involved in such activities. He can never do such activities. Okay, he protected Kaka Sahib Khadilkar. Okay, as he was a member of what you can say, Hanumantrao Kulkarni was a member of secret society, so he vanished. Krishnaji Prabhune, we don't know anything about him, but Kaka Sahib Khadilkar was saved by whom? By the PM of Nepal. See how great relations we had at that point of time. Okay, the next point is in the context of Baroda state, or else we'll come, see that part in the upcoming session. Okay, the part two will see that particular. Okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular session. If you have any queries, you can comment in the comment box. The things are too factual as of now. Okay, these are the things that you need to mug up. There is no option for that particular thing. Okay, so we'll stop this particular session. In the next session, we'll see about what you can say Baroda. And before moving towards the Baroda, you guys need to tell me who was the ruler of Baroda this particular session. Okay, he was a famous person in the context of Maharashtrian history. I want you guys to name that particular person. Okay, please comment in the comment box who was the ruler of Baroda state. Okay, chalo. Now we'll stop this particular session over here. Thank you for being attentive. Chalo, have a good day.